Hello, football fans, and welcome to Eminence, Kentucky. We are the McLean County Sports Network, and we are excited to be bringing you live Week 1 action between your McLean County Cougars and the homestanding Eminence Warriors. We're right at about kickoff right now, so we'll get into introductions in a little bit. I am Heath Hicks. Alongside me is Trey Englehart. How you doing, Trey?
Oh, pretty good. How about you?
Doing well, doing well. It's great to be back at it again this year. Another football season, and we're excited to be able to bring this to you live. We're up here about 2.5 hours away from home, and had a good drive up. And we are underway. Squib kick, and it is covered by number 25 for the Eminence Warriors at about the 40-yard line.
You know, you usually don't see a squib kick to start off the game like that.
Yeah, I know it. I know it. We have a new kicker, new place kicker this year, Armando Rodriguez. Did a little bit of kicking last year for us, both on kickoffs and place kicking. But he takes over full-time for his brother, Edgar, who was one of the most prolific kickers in McLean County school history. He actually kicked a field goal last year. So here we go, 1st and 10 from the 40, and it is a double reverse, and the ball's on the ground. Scramble for it, and did McLean County come up with it?
I think that's Eminence.
Eminence dropped on the ball there. Looks like number 53 got to it. So they tried to run a double reverse there. Andrew Munster almost got to it. But that's going to bring up 2nd and long here for the Eminence Warriors. And you'll have to excuse us a little bit. We don't have the greatest vantage point here in the press box, so we are going to do our best to bring you what we see. And there's a pass down the middle, and it falls short of number 3. Target was Dylan Carter there. Oh, I'm sorry. That's the wrong roster. Number 3, DeCarrion Sanders. My bad. I got it now. I just had the wrong page. All right, so here we go. 3rd and long for the Eminence Warriors. Justin Hedges is the quarterback.
Ooh, botch snap.
And botch snap. He's looking. And
there we go.
And we have our first sack of the year. And that one goes to who else? Number 24, Andrew Munster. It's a Munster mash already tonight, Trey. Andrew Munster led the team in tackles last year as a sophomore. And we're hoping to see a lot of the same this season.
You know, already Eminence has ran a double reverse and then tried to drop back and throw 2 passes. That's not something that we're particularly used to, and we can see how the Cougars adapt to that today.
Yeah, we are not used to seeing a passing attack. We're used to the ground and pound run game of Coach Wagner and the wing T offense. As that punt gets almost to the 50-yard line, the Cougars are going to take over at the Warriors' 49-yard line here for the first offensive drive of the season. As Trey mentioned just a moment ago, we are not used to seeing a passing attack. Our Cougars are one of the most prolific running offenses in the state of Kentucky, rushing for over 4,000 yards last season, and we're returning our leading rusher, Peyton Caraway, into that mix this year. Caraway will be lining up at quarterback, getting out of the wing position this year, so we'll see how the senior handles that. And did I lie? I did lie. Peyton Caraway is not. It's direct snap to Landon Capps. He's trying to get outside. Looked like a face mask there. He stays on his feet. He's trying to make some ground. He's making a few people miss. He gets upfield and drives back to the original line of scrimmage. But that is going to be a 15-yard penalty, I do believe, Trey.
Even at that, I have no clue how he got back to the line of scrimmage.
No, I did not either. I thought he was down 3 times right there.
Yeah, I mean, that's just crazy.
Capps is very, very shifty. The senior last year was definitely our home run hitter, and he's going to be that for us again this season. Ran for 587 yards in 2018, but was plagued by injuries the majority of the year. So we'll see how he does here. If we can keep him on the field, Trey, it's going to be very, very good for us moving forward.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
What did he average? About 13, 14 yards a carry last year.
Yes, at least.
So here we go. Now Caraway's in the shotgun formation. No, and another direct snap. This one to Capps again. 25 got upfield, was unable to make the tackle, and Capps looks to be brought down after a gain of about 2 yards there. Slammed hard to the turf. And he is slow to get up, but he is up, and that's the important thing. Last year, several times, Landon Landon was not able to finish games after hits like that.
And, there was a lot of Eminence players back there. I'm surprised he even got to the line of scrimmage again.
Yeah, it looks like they're getting in the backfield pretty quickly.
Yeah, our line needs to, provide some more protection, I would say.
Yeah, and that's something coming into this season that we were kind of expecting, where there's Peyton Caraway for a rush of about 4 yards, gets us into a 3rd and short situation. But coming into this season, after a mass exodus of seniors last year, we lost 18 seniors off that 8-4 team. Very successful year for the 2018 football program. Went 8-4, won our school's first playoff game in 25 years, and had the district player of the year. We do return that district player of the year in Peyton Caraway, but a lot of key pieces, particularly on the line, we're missing this season. It's 3rd and 5 here. Looks like a little movement, and it's going to be a false start, so that's going to back us up back to about the original line of scrimmage. And just some confusion here early on. And Trey, it's obviously different tonight, being a real game as opposed to last week when we were doing our test and everything with the scrimmage. But we noticed a lot of sloppy play.
Oh, yeah.
Some botched handoffs, some confusion, just like we saw there. And we're really hoping that we can minimize those mistakes moving forward. As there's Brady Dame in the game, he's lined up wide left, and Caraway is on the pass. He throws over the middle to Dame, and it is incomplete. He had Dame there on the crossing pattern, and just missed him. Actually, a post pattern there, I believe.
That was actually a pretty impressive route by Brady Dame there.
It was. It was a good route. Caraway just led him a bit too far. It looked like he was trying to take a little bit off that pass. We know that Peyton has a lot of arm strength. He's just got to uncork it right there. Have confidence. I mean, Brady's a big target, 6'3", 190 pounds. If you get in the vicinity, Brady's probably going to come down with that. Very good athlete. Played basketball. The juniors played basketball all 3 years in high school. Played baseball last year and decided to give football a shot this year. And that could be really good moving forward. Because here on 1st down, Caps is going to throw the ball now. And he throws it deep down the right sideline. And it is caught for a touchdown. And trying to see who caught that pass.
That'd be Jaden Nelson.
Number 2, Jaden Nelson.
Wow.
And here we are talking about us not being a passing team, and we uncork a 4th and 10, 34-yard bomb from one of our wingbacks, his first pass attempt of his career. And number 2, Jaden Nelson, the senior, comes down with it for a touchdown.
Well, and, I think on top of that, we need to give our line some credit, because Landon Caps was back there for at least 3 or 4 seconds just waiting for Jaden to hit that route.
Yeah, and I give them credit, too. On the play before that, we had good pass protection. And in the past, we have seen where we've struggled with pass protection. So very, very good sign there. The Cougars go for 2 and get it. Like you said, folks, we're gonna be a little sporadic here. Basically, past the 20-yard line to our right, where that touchdown was scored and where that 2-point conversion was converted. It's kind of out of our sight line, so we're doing the best we can for you right now. But anyway, nice start to the season here, Trey.
Oh, yeah.
Looking here at the stats from last season, that is also Jaden Nelson's first catch, I do believe, unless he caught something his sophomore year. So pretty good connection there.
I really did not expect that at all.
I didn't either, and it looked like to be a pretty good ball by Caps. Saw him winding up a little bit. Landon played baseball this season. Showed some promise as a pitcher. And there you go, man. 8-0 McLean County here with 8:16 to play in the first quarter. Your Cougars ahead as Armando Rodriguez gets set to kick it back to the Warriors. So as we mentioned earlier, the Cougars coming to this season having lost a lot of seniors, but a lot of playmakers are back as Ball's picked up at about the 20-yard line. Number 1 with the ball makes a man miss and gets tackled out of bounds about the 37-yard line. Nice return there for Adrian Bailey, the junior receiver and quarterback for the Eminence Warriors. So that gives them pretty decent starting field position here for their second drive.
Let's just hope the Cougars can rattle them as much as they did the last possession.
Yes.
I think this is going to be the first game that our defensive backs get some work here.
Get some action. As number 42 gets the ball running right, and he looks to be alone.
Wow.
Gets out right at the first down marker, and that's Marshall Metten. And a strong run right there for the running back from Eminence. Metten last year was the number 2 rusher for the Eminence Warriors. He ran the ball 116 times for 836 yards, so just shy of 8 yards a carry, which is pretty impressive, as they're quick back at it. And that is number 1 Bailey running left, and he is tackled just shy of the 50-yard line.
I think that was by Brady Dame.
Number 5 Brady Dame with his first career tackle. Nice play there by Brady Dame, but Eminence will pick up the first down on the play. And they are at the 49-yard line. They're on 49-yard line here. 1st and 10, 7:30 to play in the first quarter. Got motion right. That's number 6 coming across the face. Sanders, he's going to throw right. Sets up the screen. It is caught. And there goes number 3. That is the carry on Sanders. And he is pushed out of bounds, it looks like. Pushed out of bounds. Stepped out of bounds around the 25-yard line. That was a nice play there. Nice throw and run after the catch there by Sanders.
Yeah, he kind of just took off.
And after a lot of the confusion during their first drive, Eminence seems to be getting something rolling here. And right there, Metten is brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Nice play there by number 64, Wesley Wells, sophomore, defensive and offensive lineman. Bigfoot, they call him. And that's a nice play for him. Yeah, looking at Metten, I was looking at the roster earlier, and they didn't have anybody listed over 200 pounds, but I have to believe that Metten is over there.
Oh, man.
What a throw and catch there. My goodness. Touchdown, Eminence Warriors. And again, going back to Saunders there, just went up and got it over Nelson. There's not a whole lot Jaden could do.
No, and I mean, this is kind of new to our defensive backs. I mean, this isn't something that they do all the time.
The only time we really have to cover like this in passing situations, we only play on-sport Catholic. Catholic has an air raid type offense, but aside from that, we don't see it a whole lot. That's number 1 Bailey, takes the direct snap, running left. He meets several Cougars, and he is brought down shy of the goal line, so 2-point conversion fails. And after a quick start from McLean County, Eminence answered right back with a touchdown of their own. Close this game to within 8-6. Your Cougars still in the lead. And Trey, with that, we're going to throw a little thanks to our sponsors. First, Pleasant Hope Church, located in Calhoun, Kentucky. Go see, I'm not used to doing a church. Thank you for your support, Pleasant Hope. And do we? Okay. All right. So that'll be that. And we'll stick here with you, kind of setting up everything. Very quick start to this game, Trey.
Yeah, it's going to be an exciting one. I can already tell.
It is. It is. With our offense, typically, we see a lot of quick games because there's so much running. The clock continuously runs. 8-6 within the first 6 minutes. That's something that is just a little bit different. As the Cougars come out onto the field, Landon Capps and Houston Bolton are deep to return with Brady Dame and Connor Baldwin in intermediate positions here. Number 9, Jared Yates, set to kick off for the Eminence Warriors. There's the whistle. And the kick is away. Pretty good boot
Wow,
there.
that's a decent kick.
Oh, and somebody needs to be on top of that. Oh, my goodness gracious. And the Eminence Warriors come away with it, and that is just sloppy, undisciplined football. Brady Dame allowed the ball to go over his head. Houston Bolton didn't come up to field it, and Eminence was right there. I mean, we didn't have a Cougar within 10 yards of that ball when the Eminence player picked it up.
That's just the youthfulness of the team. You know, we've got to.
Yep.
That's just something we've got to like work out.
It's one of those situations you don't really practice a ton in practice either, you know?
Yeah, it just comes with experience.
Yep. On kickoffs, you have to possess the ball. That is key. And here we go again as the Eminence, Justin Hedges, number 12 quarterback, out of the shotgun. He fakes the handoff. He's looking over the middle, looks back left. Ball is up, and it is incomplete.
Wow.
And Cougars got a little lucky right there. It looked like Houston Bolton saw the pass and didn't really make an effort to make a play on the ball. Hit the receiver in the hands, and Bolton was able to push him before he was able to corral it. But need a little bit more of that out of our corners tonight, especially if they're going to be putting the ball in the air as much as they have early.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So here we go, 2 wide both ways. And the ball is given to Menton this time, running left. He is met at the line of scrimmage, but he stays on his feet. Brady Dame has a hold of him. A few others are able to push him out of bounds, but he is going to be a load to handle for our Cougars this evening. I see that already.
Yeah, he reminds me of Jacob Miller at the beginning of last season.
Yes. We had a lot of Miller time moments where one guy would not bring Jacob down. And here Menton, he's listed 5'8", 170. I think he might be a little bit past 170 at this time. And you're going to have to be very disciplined through gator tackling and make sure he hits the turf. Here we go, and they're going to keep it this time. That's Sanders. He's met by Peyton Caraway at the line of scrimmage. Nice play right there by the senior linebacker, Peyton Caraway. And that's going to bring up 4th down at about 3, a long 3, short 4 for the Eminence Warriors. And that's the kind of sure-handed tackling that we're going to need tonight.
Yeah, that was a pretty form tackle right there.
Very good form tackle.
Pretty perfect.
Again, 2 wide both ways. Shotgun formation. Sanders looks back over to the sideline to get play from his coach. Gets the snap, throws right. It is dropped. They will say that's an incomplete pass. Was not a reverse pass. And Eminence will turn the ball back over to the Cougars on downs.
Things already getting scrappy.
Yeah, getting a little chippy early, as to be expected.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I think these guys have so much energy bottled up after going through camp and 2 days and all this practice. When you strap it on, there's a lot of energy, a lot of adrenaline pumping through their veins. So the Cougars are going to take over here. About the 20, their own, it says 24, 20, call it their 22-yard line. Moving left to right on your screen.
You know, even if Eminence would have caught that ball, he wouldn't have went anywhere with that anyway.
No.
He was met directly.
A lot better coverage there on that play than we've seen a little bit tonight already as Caraway goes under center motion right. And the ball is given to Munster. He has that thing bottled up. And he gets out across the 30-yard line to about the 33. Nice pickup on the play by sophomore Andrew Munster, a gain of 11 and a 1st down for McLean County.
That was a huge hole created by the line. You just got to give them credit there. I mean, that was like you could drive a truck through it.
Yes, you really could. Maybe a Ranger, but you could definitely get a truck through it. Retooled offensive line this year. Javen Wedding taking over for much of the center duties. We have John Torrance down there, transfer from Muhlenberg County, playing the right tackle position. I think he was very instrumental in opening up that hole. And we have motion again. This time it's given to Houston Bolton. He's trying to get the field and tripped up. Looked to have a little momentum there, but he's tripped up at about the 38-yard line. Still a nice pickup, though.
Yeah, if you hadn't got tripped up, that would have been at least 5 more yards.
Oh, yeah.
If not more.
And if he makes one man miss, he's to the house. Houston can get up the field pretty quickly. The senior. getting an opportunity here. Run the ball a little bit and do some things out of that wide receiver or wing position. Here we go again. Caraway going under center. And the ball is given that time to Zach Clayton.
Wow.
Sophomore running back. And he is brought down immediately.
Yeah, stuck right at the line.
And that's going to bring up 3rd and 5 here for your Cougars. We'll see what we do. We've mixed personnel a lot early so far, which is good to see. Houston Bolton, Zach Clayton there. Clayton, I tell you what, he looked pretty good in the scrimmage the other day against Grayson County. He had a couple of nice runs, 10-plus yards, a sophomore.
Yeah, it shows a lot of promise.
It does. He does. We have Brady Dame wide left. Caraway in the shotgun formation this time. And he is running left, trying to get the edge. Looks like he's got it. No.
Oh, man.
No, he didn't quite make it there. Pickup of 2, but that's going to bring up 4th down and about 4 for McLean County. And it looks like the punt team is coming on. Caraway also moonlights as the team's punter, has for, I believe, his entire career. I think he started punting for McLean County back as a freshman. And he puts a good boot on it sometimes.
Yeah, he really does.
There we go, 2:24 to play here in the first quarter. We're in Eminence, Kentucky, located about 20 minutes north of Shelbyville, which is about 15 minutes east of Louisville. And Caraway might have been partially blocked there, but that is not a very good punt. Well, he got a little bit more on it than I thought he did.
Pressure was there. There really wasn't anything he could do. I'm surprised he got that off.
I am too. And when he kicked it, I thought it was going to come right at us. He actually got 30 yards out of that punt. Under pressure, not terrible.
Somehow.
Flips the field here. So Eminence will take over on their own 35-yard line.
Ball is kicked out of bounds. Eminence takes over at the 35.
So Trey, on the defensive side of the ball, we know we had Munster coming back this season. He was our leading tackler, 151 tackles a year ago. Was an excellent player for us as a sophomore. Hoping for much of the same. Oh, and sit. Uh-oh. Trying to tackle high. And that was Sanders again. Escaping pressure there and getting out to around the first down marker. Let's see if they move the chains, Trey. I keep on saying Sanders. That's Hedges. I'm sorry. I'll get these names right in a minute. Sanders is 3, Hedges is 12. You know, I'm number 2. What's your number, Trey?
3.
3. So, yeah, we're figuring all this out as we go. Hedges has trips right, couple left. He puts the ball in the air over the middle. And that is number 1, Bailey again. He makes 2 men miss, and he is going to take it to the house as he beats Jake Nelson in a sprint. There is a flag on the backside of that play. And we're over here listening to the crowd. You have some mixed emotions, and that might be coming back. They have a couple of Eminence Warriors showing some disdain on the field. And it looks like a hold will negate that touchdown. Oh, we have helmet to helmet.
Oh, man.
Helmet to helmet. And that's going to back things up.
That's weird to see on an offensive player.
It is. It is. But, you know, I went over to the Ohio County Catholic game last night. The same thing there. Saw helmet-to-helmet contact, targeting. Some people call it called on Owensboro Catholic while they were on offense. But you're right. It is odd. So here we go, 1st and 10.
Again, you know, the Cougars are struggling with that pass protection, and we just got to, if we don't work that out, then it's going to be a long night for us.
Yes, our secondary has to get after a little bit more as Metten gets the ball running left, and he is brought down right at the 30-yard line by a host of Cougars. Andrew Munster leading the way. Looked like Wesley Wells got in on that tackle too. But Eminence has shown that they'll put the ball in the air, and we definitely have to do something to figure that out.
Yeah, they're...
Ball is given to Metten. He had nothing. He reverses field.
Oh, my gosh.
He gets to about the 25-yard line. Pick up a 5 on the play, I do believe.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but there is no way he's 170 pounds.
No. 5'8", 170, that is just a little bit off. And it was good enough for the first down as we see the chains move there.
And, Eminence is very athletic. They were more athletic than I thought they were whenever they started to come on the field.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, they have several guys that are playmakers on this team. We've already seen it. Metten seems to be the workhorse, and then you have a lot of guys that can make plays with their feet and hands. As right there, Hedges had nowhere to run and gets down before big number 64, Wes Wells, got him. So that's going to bring up third down and about 15. Credit Wes Wells with the sack there. 35 seconds remaining on the clock here in the first quarter. Got some motion here by the Warriors. They're going to go empty shotgun, 3 wide left, 2 right. Throw across the middle.
Man.
And again, that guy, number 1, Adrian Bailey. And we have to do something different. He's already made several great plays, and it's just wide open. It's an easy throw. It's pitch and catch and run,
Yeah, and once he catches it, there's only 2 or 3 guys that can stop him, and he's probably one of the most athletic receivers I've seen.
Absolutely. So here we are, 16 seconds to play in the first quarter. Eminence is going to go for 2 here. Rolling right. Has number 6 wide open in the back of the end zone. That was Caleb Mathis jumping up and down, and the pass sails over his head just a bit. So another 2-point conversion attempt is not converted for Eminence. And here, 16 seconds to play. McLean County is going to try to regroup and respond. But frustrating right here watching this, in the secondary especially, Trey. Whether it's miscommunication or whatever, our secondary doesn't seem to be as aggressive as the guys up front.
Oh, yeah.
We're a little bit, if you look at our defensive line, I think it's across the board different. We have a couple of guys returning that had a decent amount of playing time last year on the defensive line. Number 8, Morgan Allgood. Number 50, James Hurley. But for the most part, we have some new guys there, and they're doing a pretty good job. I've been very impressed with Wesley Wells so far.
Yes.
But that pressure they've gotten on the quarterback some, when they don't get to the quarterback, our secondary has to bail them out a little bit.
Yes, I agree. I mean, there's been times whenever we just haven't been able to get to the quarterback, and in those moments, our secondary has to lock up and make sure that he doesn't have anywhere to throw it.
Yep.
We need to keep the ball out of the air. That's the only way that we have a shot here.
Yeah. I think it's going to be crucial. That's for sure. As they're going to kick it away. Let's see if we can control it here. As that kick is a little bit deeper. That's Connor Baldwin who receives it. And he gets out across the 30-yard line, upended. Decent return by the junior. Connor actually took one back last season. Almost got a touchdown. I believe he was tackled on the 3 or 4 yard line. And here we go with 11 seconds in the first quarter. Clay County's going to take over, trailing the Eminence Warriors 12-8. And let's see what Coach Wagner can dial up. He's got Brady Dame out wide right. Peyton in the pistol formations, direct snap, and it's quickly given to Baldwin, and he is tripped up. He gets across the 35-yard line, but that's going to take us to the end of the first quarter here in Eminence, Kentucky. Your score, the Eminence Warriors 12, the McLean County Cougars 8. And with that, we're going to take a little bit of a break of our own. We are the McLean County Sports Network, and we're proudly presented by Pleasant Hope Church, located in Calhoun, Kentucky. We'll be right back. welcome back, Cougar football fans. I'm now excited to be joined by Brody Barron. How are you doing, Brody?
I'm doing good.
That's good. That's good. Also, early in the game, we got on here right before kickoff, so we weren't able to introduce the rest of our squad. We got Nate Carlock tonight and Corbin Case running technical support. Nate is on the computer for us as usual. Corbin doing an outstanding job getting those great shots of this football game for you guys. So next time you see him, make sure to give him a good shout out. But anyway, here we go. 2nd and 5 as Peyton Caraway's looking to throw. Throws a pretty ball out to the right, and it's just over the head of Connor Baldwin. It's going to be hard to get that out of my mouth. So used to saying Noah Baldwin now.
Yeah.
Connor's here. And that looked like a pretty good pass, Brody.
It did, and we saw Landon air one out earlier.
Yeah.
And maybe that we've scored off a pass play. Maybe we're looking to do more of the pass plays because we tried to run the ball on you. And it's obvious that hasn't been working so far.
Yeah, we haven't had as much success, and I don't expect that to be the case the whole game. Coach Wagner's offense is predicated on the run, so we'll see here as Peyton Caraway gets the direct snap, gets a seam, finds some running room, and he is tackled just short of the first down marker. Call it a pickup of 7 on the play, and that is going to bring down a 4th and very short. Based on the spot, they might bring the chains out for this one.
Would they go for it in this situation? I think they might punt it because I mean it is second quarter, so
I would have assumed that they would have gone for it, but the white hat comes up and says that is a first down. So nice pickup right there by Peyton Caraway, 8 yards on the run, and the Cougars have a new set of downs to work with.
Peyton Caraway found the hole and he just went right through it.
Yep. So here we go, 1st and 10 from the Cougars' own 43-yard line. And again, we have some movement up front.
Flag on the play.
Very frustrating, especially after a nice pickup to extend that field a little bit.
Ball starting.
Looks like Kenny Brooks comes off the field. Kenny played a lot on the offensive line last season for the Cougars, has a lot of experience coming back. He is replaced by Cameron Dukes, sophomore. Let's see how this goes. Jabin Wedding sets over the ball, and Caraway again in that pistol distance. Shotgun direct snap to Landon Capps. Caraway lead blocker and nothing doing as Capps is brought down at about the 35-yard line. So after that progress we made just a play ago, we're looking at a 2nd and about 17, 18 yards here, Brody.
It's not good, and they definitely have our running game down pat right now.
Yeah, they're getting a good push off the defensive line, really backing our guys up and scheming for that a little bit. They haven't gotten deep into our backfield on passing situations, but it seems like every time on a run situation, maybe our spacing's not right, maybe our timing's a little off. Peyton Caraway goes under center here, 2nd and 17. He gets the ball, and it's a reverse out to Connor Baldwin. He's trying to get around the edge, and he's not going to make it. Tackle there on the play by number 15.
Made by number 15, Tay Saunders.
So that's Tay Saunders. That's going to bring up a long 3rd down situation here for the Cougars. It's to be about 3rd and 22, I'm sorry.
In this situation, you'd probably air one out here.
Yeah, it'd be a time to get the ball in the definitely a time to get the ball in the air. Something that's going to pick up a big chunk of yards, that's for sure. And Capps is going to get, he is looking to throw. He makes a man miss. And he stays on his feet. A nice play right there by Landon Capps. Picked up about 5 yards on the play. Looked like he was trying to pass the ball. Made a couple of guys miss, was bottled up. And got positive yardage on the play, but it's not nearly good enough for the first down. And the Cougars are back in a punting situation here with 9:17 to play in the 2nd quarter here at Eminence. Eminence has number 3 Saunders back to receive the punt. Peyton Caraway set to boot another one away here. for McLean County. Low snap, he picks it up clean, gets it away. Might have been tipped as that ball barrels end over end right at about the 50-yard line. And that's where the Eminence Warriors are going to take over here after scoring on their last 2 drives. And Eminence has really looked good putting the ball in the air so far, Brody.
They have. And you would think that we'd be putting more guys back, but, I mean, we have actually. It's just their receivers are really strong, as you see on the last one. I'm not sure who it was, but, like, he was stopped by 2 guys and still got the touchdown.
Yeah, we have to improve our secondary. We have to improve our pass defense here moving forward in this one, as it's already obvious that Eminence is going to put the ball in the air and put it in the air quite a bit. Again, empty backfield shotgun, 3 wide left, low snap. Hedges is going to take off running for it, and he is brought down. Andrew Munster got him by the shoestrings there, and negates what could have been a big run to just a gain of 2 on the play. Justin Hedges looks to be a very, very capable runner as well as a passer.
It's a good stop by Munster there.
Yeah, very good stop, because there was a lot of green grass in front of him if he doesn't make that stop. So that's going to bring up a 2nd and 8 here from the McLean County 48-yard line. 8:17 to play here in the first half. Hedges throws left and throws behind his receiver. Miscommunication right there, it looked like. He threw it back behind, maybe looking for some comeback route. Maybe a curl right there. And that's going to bring up 3rd and long, 3rd and 8 for the Eminence Warriors here. So it looks like the Cougars are trying to get more in the secondary. Only have 3 down linemen. And the throw is across the middle right into space. And there's Sanders again. Makes one man miss. Runs into several Cougars, but that's going to be plenty for the first down at the McLean County 35-yard line. And that's just too easy. That is just too easy. When you play a zone defense like we're doing right now, you have to control your zone.
You do, and I saw Connor doing a little face mask action right here. I don't know if Connor thought there was a face mask called on him or not.
Possibly, I don't know. The moral of the story is Eminence first down on the 35-yard line, and here they go again. This time, number 1, Adrian Bailey gets the ball running left, and he makes a couple guys miss out close to the first down marker. Between him and Saunders, they have a couple of weapons on the offensive side of the ball, as both of them have shown to be very good playmakers so far. Bailey gets out to about the 25-yard line. And the ball is given to Metten, running right this time. He is met by Andrew Munster and brought down. Nice play there by the junior linebacker Munster.
Ball run by number 42, Marshall Metten.
Does not look like he picked up enough for the first down. Still waiting for the signal. Oh, yes, he did.
Yep.
Yes, he did. There they go. They moved the change. So Metten rumbled down to about the 25. The 24. And here we go, 6 minutes to play, and Eminence gets a fresh set of downs. Got 2 wide left. Coming this way. Ball is given to Metten. And he stood up at the line of scrimmage. And again, our D-line has played pretty well. They've performed pretty well so far in this one. So they only give up a yard there on that play. And that's going to have to continue. We have to bottle these guys up.
Yeah, they're stopping the running game right now pretty well.
Hedges throws deep over the middle. And again, that's just too easy.
That looks to be a touchdown right there.
And there's Adrian Bailey yet again for his 2nd touchdown of the night, I believe. And here with 6:23 to play, Eminence extends their lead to 18-8, and they come back out for the 2-point conversion to make this a 2-possession ball game. Or a 2-touchdown ball game, excuse me. And it is snuffed out. So the Cougars again successful on two-point conversion two-point conversion attempt. But here with 6:23 to play in the first half, your Cougars find themselves trailing 8-18. Eminence Warriors, after a rocky start their first possession, have really come back with authority, Brody. I mean, they have put the pedal to the metal ever since.
The passing game is there. As I saw it, he threaded the needle perfectly. Got past the once his receiver got past his man, he just threw it right there. Threw it to where he was going, not to him where he was going.
Yeah, Hedges, he's thrown several nice balls so far this game, and he has some weapons. He really has some weapons on the edge for the Warriors.
We're on staff with him or coach with him. Please join us in the sideline area.
So the Cougars come back out on the field. We're going to see if they have a response.
Please begin making your way down to the left end of the field at this time.
Number 9, Jared Yates, set to kick off for the Warriors. And a nice return right here, Brody, could be good for us. Get a little momentum and maybe get this thing rolling a bit.
Oh yeah, because definitely at the start of the game, we thought it was going to be look good because of how fast we stopped them on defense and then how fast we scored. But
that was a deep kick right there. Can't really see who's picked up by. And that would be Landon Katz picked it up. They let the ball bounce, and here we go.
He's just had one of those years.
So here we go, 1st and 10 for your Cougars. So they're on the 14-yard line. Strong kick there by Eminence kicker Jared Yates. Caps made a couple people miss to get out to where he did, but still couldn't get out to that 20-yard line. And it's like the ball is given running right, but we can't see very good from here, so your guess is as good as ours who was running the ball there. Gonna get right over here by Nate Carlock. How you doing, Nate? I'm glad. So again, Peyton Caraway in the quarterback position. I'm sorry, Peyton Caraway in the fullback position. That was Connor Baldwin under center for the Cougars. And this is something that Coach Wagner, speaking to him earlier this week, said could happen. So he said Baldwin has done it a little bit in the past when he was a freshman playing for the freshman team and a little bit of JV. He worked facilitating out of the quarterback position. And it's definitely a change that is warranted. So far, Brody, I think Peyton Caraway hasn't been utilized as he could be out of that quarterback position because it takes away his ability to really get some momentum going into his runs.
as we saw last year, he was mainly a running quarterback last year because we had A.J. Klein in the back as well.
Yeah, he wasn't a running quarterback. He was just our fullback or our one of our wing backs. But this year, it's shifting into that quarterback position. It's just a little bit different. Peyton's a very explosive runner. He's very fast, but acceleration from that quarterback position is difficult. You have a lot of pressure from that position, and design runs up the middle. It's very, very difficult. So getting him back into a position in his wing or even in the fullback spot could be useful for McLean County here, as there is a timeout called by McLean County. That's the first called timeout of the half here with 4:52 to play in the second quarter. I'll tell you what, Brody, it is a beautiful night for football.
It is. It is.
Right now, we're probably a little over an hour away from the sun going down, but I'm really excited about that. There's always a feel when you get under the lights for the first time.
minutes I'm going to go on the field.
And as Munster gets some room there.
Yeah, not a bad run there by Munster. He gets out close to the first down marker. He's going to be stopped just about a yard short here, bringing up 4th and 1. Here with 4:30 to play. This is a question mark for Coach Wagner. Nice pickup there on that play. Down 10 points. And he is going to go for it, and I don't blame him one bit. Can't be afraid of that field position, especially early on in the contest like right now. This ball is handed to Munster, and he breaks through, gets the first down and more as he's out to about the 38-yard line. Nice pickup by Andrew Munster there, and that's good to see. Andrew Munster running the ball out of the fullback position. We saw it a little bit last year. We had so many running backs. He was kind of our 5th running back in the rotation. But he had a lot of success from that spot. I think a big thing with Munster this year, and really with all the guys, with a little bit of a lack of depth, is making sure that he gets some rest. As there he goes running up the middle again. Early flag right there as he pounds out to about 3 yards, 43-yard line. And we have a holding penalty call on the field. And that goes from the spot of the foul, so that's going to back up McLean County to the 30-yard line. So a couple of positive plays, and then you shoot yourself in the foot a little bit.
Yeah, it's not good.
No, it's not, Brody. And that's kind of, here early on, we've had some positive plays where it looks like we're going to grab some momentum, and then we have that one negative one, And it looks like Caraway's going to keep it. Munster with the fake. Caraway grinding out past the 40-yard line and gets that yardage back that was lost on the penalty. Gets out to about the 42-yard line. Nice run there by Peyton Caraway. He faked the handoff to the fullback Munster and then followed him right through the hole. And Munster is a great blocker and freed up Caraway for a nice gain right there. That time is starting to get into the fold a little bit. 3:10 to go here in this half. Ball is handed to Munster running left. He has the first down and more into Warriors territory. He gets out past the 45-yard line before he's suplexed. Nice pickup by Andrew Munster on the play.
The running game is starting to come back a little bit, and it's helping us each time.
Here it comes, misdirection. Maybe that line just needed a little time to settle in, as that's a big pickup of 17 yards right there. And we have an injured player down on the far side of the field for Eminence.
Let's hope he's okay.
Yes, most definitely. And with that, we are going to take a quick break. But we want to thank our sponsor, Pleasant Hope Church, located in Calhoun, Kentucky. We'll be right back. All right, folks, and we are back here with 2:58 to play here in Eminence, Kentucky. Your Cougars trailing the homestanding Eminence Warriors 8-18. But signs of life for the Cougar offense after scoring on their first possession. We had kind of been stymied up until this point, but a few nice runs by the junior Andrew Munster, and then Peyton Caraway had a nice run as well. Has a little bit of momentum going, and Caraway's just going to sneak it and picks up, my goodness, 8 yards on the quarterback sneak. It looks like call it 7 yards. That was an effective play last year for A.J. Klein.
Yes, it was.
It's funny, just a quick snap, quick snap and sneak. I think AJ, every time we did that last year, probably averaged 4 or 5 yards a carry. And AJ is not as fleet of foot as Peyton. If AJ were here, he would see that I was winking at him. And Andrew Munster takes the ball running right, gets out across the 30-yard line, and another big pickup for Andrew Munster. And he took a beating there. He was stood up at about the 28-yard line, took a second shot before he was brought down. But the guy's tough, I got to say.
He is very tough, and he's marching right now.
Yeah, Munster stands about 5'8", 165, 170 pounds, well-built kid. And it is fake to Munster. Caraway tries to cut it back up and goes nowhere. Well, he went somewhere. Picked up a couple of yards there. That's going to be 2nd and 8 here at the Eminence 26-yard line. 1:44 to play here in this quarter. So the Cougars marching down the field trying to get something in the end zone before halftime. And Caraway again up the middle. That time not quite as much success as the last time went that way. We have some whistles on the field. And it will be a timeout, McLean County here with 1:29 to play. Ball on the 26-yard line. And a third down situation coming up, about a 3rd and 5. So Coach Wagner's going to think about this. He knows how important it is right now to get into the end zone and really assert themselves going into halftime, because the Cougars, they will be receiving the ball at the start of the third quarter.
That's what I was about to say. If we can get a touchdown here and then receive the ball after halftime and get another touchdown, that'd be great for us right now.
Definitely.
Move that, get that momentum pumping.
Definitely. So the Cougars ranked number 6 in this first edition of the Homers Radio Poll, 3rd region football teams. And I think that's a fair ranking going into this season. And I think they're pretty spot on. I know Owensboro Catholic at the top, and they have some serious separation. I think after last night's first Friday night games, they were pretty spot on with the lone exception of Hancock County. They had them ranked number 3 in the region, and they went to Grayson County and got whipped up on as Peyton Caraway goes under center, 3rd and 5 here. Ball is given to Andrew Munster, and it looks like he has enough for the first down, running left here with 1:24 to play. And Andrew Munster has really asserted himself on this drive.
Munster's munching.
Munster's munching. I don't know. I like the Munster mash better. I think it has a better ring to it. We'll come up with some more puns. We'll be here all night. Be a lot of fun. Sorry. Anyway, 1st and 10. Caraway goes under center, and it goes back to Munster, running left again, and he is blown up. Got hit extremely hard there, but 24 takes a licking and keeps on ticking. Pick up a 5 on the play as we've gone under the 1-minute mark here. So despite the success of Andrew Munster on this drive, we still have to get it into the end zone here at about the 12-yard line. Caraway under center again, and he goes Munster running right. And there's a flag on the play, and it might be a face mask. We'll have to wait and see here. We'll wait for the call here from the white hat. No. Penalty is going to go against McLean County. That's going to back us up here. 42 seconds remaining on the clock. Back them up 10 yards. Oh, I'm sorry, 15 yards. Here we go, 2nd and almost 20. Peyton Caraway goes under center. Clock starts. Connor Baldwin motion right. Caraway looking to pass, gets it away, throws it up towards the end zone. Landon Caps. Ball falls incomplete. And Brody, I got to tell you, man, I thought Caps was kind of mauled there.
I thought Caps was mauled too. I mean, he just did a flip.
well, the pass falls incomplete. He's expecting a hanky, but nothing doing here. So we're going to repeat this. 3rd and 20, 32 seconds left on the clock. So one good thing out of that, the clock did stop. We are at the 25-yard line. We have to make it to about the 6. Caraway is in the shotgun. He's got Caps with the direct snap. Caraway's first block right there. Caps makes a man miss and is tackled at the 25-yard line. And Coach Wagner quickly uses his final timeout.
Flag on the play.
There is a flag. And we'll see what the call is. So, Brody, what was the call there?
I'm not sure what the call was.
Offsetting, dead ball, personal fouls. So the ball will stay right there. I'm not sure who those penalties were on. So McLean County had taken a timeout before, and they're going to get extra time to talk about this play.
I guess the dogs were barking a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I was talking with Trey earlier, you come off a long summer, long August, and part of July practicing. And when you get on the field and you get under the lights, there's a lot of adrenaline pumping, a lot of emotion, and, that's bound to come out. I can't think of a week 1 game that McLean County's played over the last, 5 years where we didn't have some extracurricular activities in the game.
Oh, yeah. We saw a lot of that last year.
We saw a lot of it early. I thought we cleaned it up well last year. In the previous year, that was something that kind of haunted us, plagued us the entire season. But here we go. We're back. 4th and 20 here. We're on the 25-yard line. Need to get to the 5 for the first down. Caraway's going to go under center. He's got Connor Baldwin and Andrew Munster behind him. And he fakes it. He's being pressured. He throws out to Morgan Allgood, who dives, and the ball falls incomplete. And that'll be a turnover on downs here with 15 seconds to go. And Brody, that's big. We really needed to convert there as we had a lot of momentum going through that drive and just stalls there, because of a penalty in the process. And it kind of goes back to what we were saying earlier, we make progress and then we shoot ourselves in the foot a little bit, and then we make some more progress and we shoot ourselves in the foot a little bit. And that's something that can be corrected. It can be adjusted at halftime. But I tell you what, with 15 seconds to go and the way the Eminence Warriors have played on the offensive side of the ball, Cougars have to be very careful here not to allow anything behind them. Oh, Eminence isn't going to go for it. Justin Hedges, the quarterback, takes a knee, and that will take us to halftime. Your score, your McLean County Cougars 8, the homestanding Eminence Warriors 18. We are the McLean County Sports Network. We're excited to be here broadcasting this game for you tonight from Eminence, Kentucky. We want to thank our sponsors, Buster's Funeral Home, located in both Livermore and Calhoun, Kentucky, as well as Pleasant Hope Church, also located in Calhoun, Kentucky. Thank you, and we'll be back in just a little bit.
Alrighty, Cougar fans. I'm Tranglehart here with Brody Barron. Just to give you a little rundown on the first half. So, on the first possession of the game, Eminence had, I think, 2 fumbles and a loss of almost 20. And it was looking pretty good for the Cougars because they came down. Landon Caps aired one out to Jaden Nelson for a touchdown, which we usually do not see. And it was looking really good for the Cougars. What do you think, Brody?
Well, I didn't expect Landon Caps to throw a touchdown to begin with the game, to be honest with you.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's not something we see very often at all.
And Jaden Nelson with a great catch as well.
Yeah, I mean, he usually doesn't get like a lot of looks, but he got one and he made the most of it. And well, anyways, towards the second quarter,
It's been all Eminence.
Eminence kind of took off. They were kind of taking advantage of our lack of our secondary. We couldn't really stop their air attack, and then whenever they did hand it off, it was to number, let's see here, 42, Marshall Metton, the absolute tank in the middle.
He's a big dude.
Yeah, and it's hard for us to stop him, and then they're just so athletic all around that it's hard for us to defend all of their attacks.
I don't know about you, but I think he reminds me a little bit, if he was taller, of a Jacob Miller type of.
I'd say he's almost exactly like Jacob Miller. I mean, once he gets the ball, he's hard to stop.
He is very hard to stop.
And he's surprisingly shifty.
We did see him whenever he was cutting out. We did see like three maroon helmets on there, and he was still busting through.
Yeah, I mean, just like a prime Jacob Miller would.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I mean, we have got to figure out a way to stop him. We got to figure out a way to stop the air attack. And just overall, we just got to shut them down from all their weapons.
We need to be careful of Justin Hedges. We've seen that he can fall back in the pocket and like just take off.
Yes, exactly. Whenever our defensive backs do cover very well, he can kind of just scramble around in the pocket and take off, and he's got 10 yards with nobody in front of him.
Yeah, and all of his receivers are dangerous.
Yes, every one of them.
Saunders, he's got like 2 touchdowns, I believe.
I think so.
And they're all strong because you see them taking hits left and right, and they're just not going down.
Yeah, and you can tell McLean County's kind of rattled because we're not used to this.
No, we are not.
We're used to leading during the first half.
Yes, we are. It's a big change from this year to last year, though. As we know, like we graduated 18 seniors, so it's going to be a little different.
So, I mean, of course, we don't have the experience, but I'm sure that we can, like, fight through this adversity and we'll be just fine.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
We just got to tighten it up on defense. And, I mean, towards the end of the second quarter, we started seeing bursts of McLean County offense.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Andrew Munster and Peyton Caraway just said, enough is enough, and just started marching.
Exactly, and that's what we need here.
But another thing with this is I don't know if this happens or not, but I believe when we saw how easy it was to like stop them at the first play, and then we scored. I hope that didn't get to our heads and like us like started to fall back a little bit.
Well, if it did get to our heads, we got ourselves a little reality check.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So looks like we have about 2 minutes and 37 seconds left. Cougars are taking the field. We're just going to try to get something rolling, Brody.
Oh heck yeah, we need that definitely right now.
And I believe it'll be Cougars ball.
It is Cougars ball.
Alrighty, so we have a whole new half. Just trying to restart, recuperate, and just get everything rolling, put the pieces in place, and just try to score here. That's all we need is a little bit of momentum.
Yeah, hopefully we can carry the momentum we had going into halftime back into this right now.
Oh, yeah, if we had 3 or 4 more minutes on the clock,
we would have had a touchdown.
Yes, for sure. It was kind of a fight against the clock, which is something we're used to.
And also, we need to slow down on the, which has been a big problem in like history of us, the jaws. The jaws, like dogs are barking, Trey.
Yes.
And I mean that's football, and that's the emotions building up. But I mean that's going to cost you games sometimes.
It is. He's going to just kind of control our emotions, recuperate, and we'll be just fine.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Looks like Eminence is getting set to kick here. McLean County back.
About 1 minute and 17 seconds left to go till second half starts, and let's see what we got.
That looks like number 19, Connor Baldwin, and number 6, Landon Capps back to receive this kick.
Connor Baldwin has made a big impact on the defensive side today. I've seen that like almost every time they've gone to his side, he's been there for it.
Yes. And sometimes that's all you need is just a body there. That's it.
And we've seen Connor like as we saw last year. I don't know if you remember this or not, but Connor like took it from all the way into the end zone and then took it like almost 98 yards.
Yes. Let's hope we can do it here. Looks like number 9, Jared Yates, getting set to kick. And it's up. That looks like it'll be Landon's Caps. And he got it. Big hole in the middle. He's taken off.
Yes, sir.
And he gets right to about the 47-yard line.
That looks a little bit more like Landon Capps right there.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of took it. Big hole open. Credit to the blockers up front. He just took it straight down the middle. What we'd like to see.
Yes, we do. Starting in the middle of the logo.
And you know, it's unusual to see people be able to keep up with Landon.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So that's how you know these kids are definitely some athletes.
We saw Landon last year, speed demon.
Yeah. Alrighty, here we go. Cougars' first possession, first play of the second half. Caraway, he's going to keep it up the middle. And
he's just rolling.
There we go. He looks like he gained about 3 yards. Just kept digging right there, Brody.
Yeah, and one thing you got to remember, Peyton Caraway, that's a lot of hits taking him right there.
Especially for a quarterback.
Yeah, heck yeah, and he's doing a great job of getting back up and playing some football.
Yeah, I mean, he is a quarterback, but he also kind of takes that running back position.
He's a strong dude.
Yes. Anyway, Peyton Caraway under center. Takes a snap once again, straight up the middle.
He's realizing that it's not stopping him right now.
There is a flag on the play. Did you see what happened, Brody? I didn't really see that one.
I believe number 1 pushed Connor Baldwin after the play. Yes, that would be Adrian Bailey might have pushed Connor Baldwin down after the play. Realizing the mistake he made, and then he helped him back up after that, though.
Let's see here.
Yep.
Yes, it is, and the chains are going to move.
Heck yeah, that's what we want.
So McLean County right now, marching down the field. That's what we're used to seeing.
Yeah, and now we're getting to the point where we have to look at the computer screen now because there's a wall right there.
Yeah, our line of sight's kind of restricted.
This is where Corbin Case comes in clutch here.
So Peyton Caraway, handoff to Andrew Munster right up the middle. Gains a few yards, but is stopped there very bluntly by number 62, Coleg. So Cougars, looks like he gained about 2 yards there. So it'll be about 2nd and 8. Cougars going to try to figure out how to score here.
We're starting to see a little bit more of last year's Peyton.
Yes, we are. Speaking of Peyton, he's under center. Takes the snap. He keeps it outright and gets tackled right there.
Tackle made by number 1.
It's a nice decision there by Peyton Caraway to keep it instead of hand it off to Munster.
Oh, yeah.
Munster does a very good job of clogging up the middle and allowed Peyton to get right around the outside.
And the chains are moving, Trey. It is a
So, yes, that'll be a first down, 1st and 10.
1st and 10. Yep.
Takes a snap. Gets stopped right there, maybe just a little bit.
Not sure who that was. Was that that was Mustard. That was Mustard.
Gains about 4 yards there, so it'll be about 2nd and 6, maybe 5.
We're looking to score here, Trey.
Takes a snap. Handoff. No, he keeps it. Tackled there. Looks like right about the line of scrimmage.
Tackle made by number 50, Dawson Collins.
Gained about 2 yards, actually, so it'll be about 3rd and 3. Brody, just about 10 more yards, and we'll be in the end zone.
Oh, yeah, we need that right now.
We got a lot of momentum right now. We're looking to convert that into a touchdown. Cougars line up. Takes a snap. Looks like he was stopped in the backfield.
Made by number 42, Marshall Madden.
Looks like that was Munster.
They're starting to catch on now, Trey.
So that'll bring up about 4th and 6. Cougars, I would say, obviously is going to go for it.
If it were me in this situation, I'd put up a field goal right now, just to have a little bit of scoring. Because I mean, if you miss it, it's a loss of 6 points.
But it looks like they are actually going to go for it here. Armando Rodriguez not getting his chance at a field goal just yet. Lines up, drops back, pass to the middle, intercepted. And he has taken off. He is fast. Wrapped up there by Andrew Munster. Intercepted for about a 50-yard return.
He runs the ball back to the 50-yard line.
Wow, Brody, that is a complete shift in momentum. If I wasn't mistaken, it looks like the intended receiver had their hands on the ball, but it was just ripped out there by an Eminence, sorry. So Cougar defense back out on the field, looking to get a stop here. Shotgun takes snap, dropping back. Wow, wide open.
To Adrian Bailey, and he's there.
Wow, he is wide open, Brody. Again, that's just something that we have got to cover. I mean, he had all kinds of time back in the pocket, delivered a perfect pass, and looks like it was a gain of about 15 yards, even though there is a flag on the play. It looks like it will be coming back. Let's see what the call here is, Brody. I actually did not catch the call, did you?
He's coming back a little bit, so it must have been pretty decent.
I'm not exactly sure what the face mask
on Eminence.
There's been a lot of face mask, Brody.
That's a dangerous call right there.
It really is. Hedges in the shotgun. He takes the snap, rolling out to his left.
There's Bailey's there to catch it again,
and good block. He's got room up the sideline, but is shut down there by number 19. It looks like shut down there by Connor Baldwin. Connor kind of saved us right there.
Yeah, he did. That would have been, if Carter wasn't there, that would have been.
Yeah, that definitely would have been a touchdown.
6 more points there for Eminence.
Wow, that was Hedges has all kind of time back there. Delivered a perfect pass, and he made us pay for it. He's in a shotgun again. Hand off up the middle.
And there he is again.
There we go.
Madden.
Number 45, Lucas Malzi, was actually there to stop him in his tracks. I was pretty surprised by that. If I'm not mistaken,
Lucas Malzi,
he's a freshman.
Yep.
Freshman starting varsity. Looks like he's got a bright future ahead of him. Hedges takes a snap. He's actually going to keep it, run up the middle, dodges a few people, and gets sucked up right before the first down. But yes, Brody, I think there was a flag. Looks like that's holding on Eminence. So it'll be brought back once again. Again, Brody, it's just hard to stop there. Passing, number 42, Metten.
And their QB rush.
And their quarterback rush. Yes, it's difficult to defend because you got to defend. If you defend two things, the other one's going to be open.
Exactly. They're they're expecting him, every time he drops back, they're expecting him to go long. But then once he sees them go long, he takes advantage and takes off.
Exactly.
John Terrence almost had the sack there, but he just slipped right through his arm.
He's dropping back. Pass right at the number 1. Gets sucked up by Andrew Munster. Gained about 10 yards there. With that'll bring up about 3rd and 8.
Hopefully we can get this stop here.
You know, Adrian Bailey has really been tearing it up.
Adrian Bailey has turned it up.
Definitely Hedges. Hedges, right? Yep, definitely Hedges' favorite target.
I mean, why wouldn't he be? He's always open.
Exactly. Very good point. Hedges dropping back.
And that
Pass out
time,
completed.
Saunders.
And is brought down. I think that will be a first down.
Adrian Saunders.
He's also got plenty of touches, and
yeah.
the chains are moving. It will be a first down for Eminence. There is 6:38 left in the third quarter. Your score is 18-8. Eminence up. Hedges in the shotgun. Takes a snap, dropping back. Quick pass to Bailey. And looks like number 11 is that, Zach Clayton with the tackle. Again, you know, almost every time he's open.
Cougars need to start shutting him down, or this tonight isn't gonna be good.
John Terrence stopping Metten right at the line. Great defensive play by the Cougars. Looks like the ball was out, but I think they're going to give it to Eminence. Great play there by John Terrence.
Oh yeah, transfer from Muhlenberg County.
Looks like there's some confusion on the Eminence sideline.
Metten has the ball now.
Hedges drops back.
Oh.
Pass deep in the corner. Incomplete.
Can't tell from here.
It's one of those few incomplete passes we see thrown for him.
Oh yeah.
Looks like he's going to be in the shotgun again. Takes the snap, dropping back to his right now. He's going to keep it. Sees the hole.
Stopped by Munster, I believe that was. And
that was good pass protection there from the Cougars. It really was. But like we said, if we get good pass protection, he finds the hole and just makes us pay for it.
yeah, definitely. That's something we're going to have to watch out for this year.
Lines up in the shotgun again, hands it off.
And that will...
Let's see what the call here is. I think there is going to be a face mask call on Houston Bolton. But I don't know if they got in. So it looks like it's going to be right there on the 1 yard line. Second and goal on the 1.
The face mask was called.
So yeah, that'll put them right at the 1 yard line. Cougars going to try to get a stop right here. If they can get a stop in the backfield, they have a chance to stop them. Hand off to Metten up the middle. Great defense there by that Cougar line. Prevented him from getting in to the end zone. Stopped him in the backfield just a little bit. Cougars trying to make a stand here, Brody. Hedges in the shotgun. Metten to his right. Hand off to, no, he's going to keep it.
And he
Looks
is
like Morgan
stopped.
Allgood got a hold of him first. Yes, he did. Number 24, Munster, and Caps back there.
And that's going to bring up a third down.
So that'll bring up a third down. Great defensive set of plays here for the Cougars. Absolutely great. One more stop, or two more, and we'll get the ball back, Brody.
Yeah.
Hedge is lining up. He's in a shotgun, met to his right. Looks like he's going to pass.
And it's batted away by Houston Bolton. No. Oh, well, I thought it was batted away, but I guess he still caught it. Wow.
I couldn't see exactly what happened, but I want to say they scored a touchdown.
What a catch. I swear Houston Bolton just batted the ball and then still caught it.
Well, Cougars here. Going to try and prevent the two-point conversion.
That's
No, it looks like number 9, Jared Yates, going to go for the field goal here.
they haven't kicked the field
Extra
goal
point attempt,
all
I'm sorry.
game. I mean, kicked a extra point all game. And that's going to be right through the uprights.
Yep, looks like the kick is good. So Cougar is going to receive the kickoff here, looking to get something going. Now, last possession, we drove right down the field and made one mistake.
Yeah.
That really was just, the pass was just a hair off. So if we can do the same thing but fix that one mistake, we'll have a touchdown here.
Oh yeah,
easily.
Definitely. We definitely need to score now because the time is against us now.
Yes, we're not only battling Eminence, but we're battling the clock.
Battling the clock.
So Eminence set to kick it off. Number 9, Jared Yates, the same one who just scored the PAT attempt, will be kicking off to the Cougars. There's 3:23 left in the third quarter. Eminence is 25, and the Cougars are 8. Looks like Baldwin and Caps will be deep to receive. Eminence is kicking off. It is up. Squib kick. Recovered there. I'll have to see the number.
That is recovered by 50. No, 50 would be
James Hurley.
James Hurley.
That was a great play by him, just to jump on top of the ball, make sure
No one gets it.
Yeah. And really because of that, we now have great field position, almost the exact same field position we did at the start of the quarter.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So we have to get something rolling here, Brody.
We do. Last time we had this field position, we almost put up 6 points. Hopefully we can do it this time.
Yes, sir, as Peyton Caraway goes under center. Takes the snap. Handoff to Munster. Battling his way through.
And he finally goes down.
Wow, Munster is a horse.
Munster is a horse. And notice every guy that tackled him is taller than him by at least the helmet.
Yes. And, he just put his head down and kept chopping, and he got about 5 yards for his team there. So that'll bring up about 2nd and 5. Peyton Caraway under center. Takes the snap. Munster once again breaks through.
Oh, almost.
Look at that.
If he would have broke by
That would have been a touchdown.
number 9, Yates, the kicker out there playing defense.
As he moves the chains. Oh, man, looks like Peyton Caraway is down. Looks like he's grabbing his left leg, his calf in particular.
That is never a good sign.
He doesn't look to be in too much pain. Looks like they're number 2, Jaden Nelson, is actually down also.
two key players go down at once. That's never a good thing, Trey.
We're actually going to take a quick break here, and we'll be right back. Alrighty, we are back. We just want to give a quick shout out to our sponsors, Pleasant Hope, located in Calhoun, Kentucky, and Mustard Funeral Homes, located in Calhoun and Livermore, Kentucky. As Connor Baldwin comes in at quarterback, handoff to number 11, Zach Clayton, for a gain of about 6 yards. So it ended up being Peyton Caraway. Looks like he had a cramp. He is now checking back in. And Andrew Munster looked like it could have been a cramp also, which we were hoping for. And he came out, still has not returned to the game, probably just resting up. As the Cougars take over, second down, about 5 to go. Peyton Caraway back in the game. Handoff to Zach Clayton. Oh, he's going to keep it. And gets stuck right, looks like a few yards above the line of scrimmage. Yes, it looks like that. So that'll bring up about 3rd and 3, 3rd and 2, something like that. Go ahead, Brody.
I see good sportsmanship by our Cougars helping Eminence players up.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, Brody. Cougars trying to get some momentum of any kind right here. They were kind of marching down the field. Munster was before he went down. Peyton Caraway under center. Blitz is coming. Looks like he's going to keep it, rolling out to his right. Pass to Morgan, all good, just dropped. Great pass there by Peyton Caraway, rolling out the pocket to his right. Great pass, just Morgan all good, just couldn't hang on to it. So that'll bring up about 4th and 3rd. Looks like Cougars are going to keep it here. Or go for it, excuse me. Brady Dame checking into the game. Brody, what do you think we should do here?
Well, I mean, they've stopped the running game 2 times in a row now. And in the past, wasn't there. So, I don't know.
It's like we'll just have to see.
We'll just see what they have to do.
Peyton Caraway under center. Looks like he's going to run it straight up the middle. Wow.
Gets a first down.
Yeah, that should definitely be a first down. Yep, the chains are moving. Peyton Caraway there with a nice carry. Looks like he gets up limping just a little bit.
1:21 left to go in the third quarter. Your score is 25-8.
Looks like Cameron Dukes is checking into the game. Peyton Caraway still limping a little bit. We hope he's okay at least.
Yeah, he's a big
Big.
key to our offense.
Yes, I agree. Takes the snap.
As it is
Bobbled. It looks like Peyton Caraway grabs it back though.
Yep, I believe that leg is starting to get to him, Trey.
Yeah, you can tell he's bothered by it. Yeah, he's going to come out now. I think that's a smart decision for him.
And
looks like number 62, Cameron Dukes, did check into the game.
our backup quarterback would be number 4, Tyson Howard, the freshman.
We'll have to see here, Brody. So that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Looks like number 19, Connor Baldwin, is actually going to come in as quarterback. Takes a snap. Handoff to Zach Clayton, who finds a hole. Gets out to the right.
And that will be a...
Looks like Cougars are signaling for a touchdown.
Can't see yet.
Touchdown Cougars, there we go.
Touchdown Cougars. Zach Clayton coming in clutch there.
That's not something you see every day.
No, it's not.
You bring in our backup quarterback, and then we bring in our backup running back and score a touchdown. That's what I like to see. Zach Clayton is actually a sophomore. I think this is his first year playing varsity. Cougars are going to go for 2, it looks like.
Is it just me or has Zach Clayton grown a little bit?
Yeah, he really has. So it looks like Cougars were stopped just short of the 2-point conversion. So that'll bring your score 14-25. Cougars got a little bit of life back in them there. So not only was that a great handoff and run, the line actually opened up that hole and made it possible for Zach to get through there and score that touchdown.
Oh, yeah. Now Cougars are down by 2 touchdowns. If we get 2 touchdowns, we'd be in a good position right now, Drew. But now our defense has to come out here and stop in the fourth quarter.
Yes. Looks like Armando Rodriguez out there set to kick it off.
This could be the start of a comeback, Trey.
I hope so. Looks like number 1, Adrian Bailey, is back to receive, as well as number 3, Saunders.
Armando Rodriguez will kick it off here in just a second.
Cougars kickoff team running out on the field. And here we go. And the kick is off. Squib up the middle.
It's a pretty decent, good scoop.
Picked up by number 3, Saunders.
And Saunders has
finds lane to the right. Trucks.
Oh, sits down.
And it looks like it'll be a kickoff return touchdown for Saunders.
I don't know who just got trucked there, but Al?
Yeah, I kind of feel bad for him. So with 6 seconds left in the third quarter, Saunders takes one to the house after the kickoff from Armando Rodriguez. That's not exactly what we needed there, Brody.
Nope, not at all. Now we need 2 touchdowns to stay in this game.
Looks like number 9, Jared Yates, is going to come out, attempt a PAT.
And talk about it. 6 seconds left to go in the third quarter too. That was a great run by Saunders.
It really was.
Showing the muscle there as he trucks one player. I'm not sure who that player is, but we'll find out maybe.
Kick is up, and I'll say that's no good.
That is.
Could you tell if that was tipped or not, Brody?
That was either tipped or kicked off the top of his foot. Maybe he kicked the top of the ball or something. Because
yeah, I don't know about that one.
I don't know about that one.
Alrighty, so that'll bring your score 31 Eminence and 14 McLean County. Eminence will now kick off with 6.1 seconds left in the third quarter. You know, Brody, it would be nice if we could take one home right here. Give one right back to him.
Yeah, it would be nice. Let's do it, Trey. Let's see if we can do it.
So it looks like, again, number 6, Landon Capps, and number 19, Connor Baldwin, will be back to return this kick. Number 9, Jared Yates, going to kick off.
Let's see if we can return this one.
That'd be nice, Brody.
That'd be pretty funny, to be honest with you.
Kick is up. Good kick there.
And that's the Connor Baldwin.
Connor Baldwin. He's taken off. Finds the lane up the middle. Tripped up. Ball is out. And Eminence gets the ball back at the end of the quarter.
And we have I thought he was injured. No, he's just frustrated. Connor Baldwin, frustrated. I would be too.
With the end of the third quarter, we're going to give a shout out to our sponsors, Pleasant Hope Church and Mustard's Funeral Home, and we'll be right back.
All right, and we are back, Cougar football fans. Your score here at the start of the fourth quarter is McLean County 14 and the Eminence Warriors 31. This is Heath Hicks back here on the mic, along with Trey. Trey, it's been a rocky start to the season so far here these first three quarters.
Yes, it has, but I mean, this is where we kind of oh man, wow,
What a catch.
wow.
Goodness gracious.
Wow, I didn't. Yes, it has been a rocky start to the season, but this is kind of where we get everything. This is where we get all the kinks worked out, I would say.
Yeah, we definitely have some kinks to work out right here as the Warriors connect again on another long pass. That one to Saunders, number 3. And Saunders and Bailey have been absolutely wearing us out this evening. Eminence's best two playmakers, I think it's easy to say. And they have made some spectacular plays all night, just one after another.
And, you know, our biggest problem on defense is covering the deep ball. And, you know, we really don't have to worry about that a whole lot.
Yeah.
So if that's our biggest problem, then I think that we should be fine the rest of the season.
Yeah, it's my hope. Looking at the schedule, we have Ohio County next week, and like I said, I went over and watched them a little bit last night, and they put the ball in the air a lot more than they did last year. They have I think he's a senior quarterback in Randolph, and he put the ball in there a lot. Now, the deep balls, the deep passes he threw were not as effective. He was in those intermediate passes. As that extra point try is no good. But anyway, he put the ball in there a lot and got the ball into Qdarius McHenry's hands. And Q's tough. I think he had 270 total yards last night against Owensboro Catholic, who was pretty good defense. 4 touchdowns. He scored all 4 touchdowns for Ohio County. So we're going to have a handful next week. We're going to have a handful next week as we head to Hartford for week 2 matchup there at Ohio County. Right now, 11:51 to play in the fourth quarter. After that touchdown, your Cougars now trail 37-14. And, we're beat up. We're beat up. We've taken some licks this game. Didn't really know what to expect out of Eminence. They were 7-3 last year, and they returned a lot of their playmakers, as you can see here. They lost their number 1 rusher. Still returned a runner that was almost at 1,000 yards. So you knew they had some playmakers, but they were independent last year. So you couldn't really gauge their success very well. As that ball is booted deep, and it is picked up just outside of the end zone. Looks to be Connor Baldwin. He's trying to get away and cannot.
Man.
And that's going to set up poor field position yet again for the Cougars.
And out of last year watching all the football games, I'd say this is the most athletic and physical teams outside of it wasn't Ballard. Was it Ballard?
No. Mayfield?
Mayfield.
Yeah, I would say they're athleticism-wise up there with Mayfield, Owensboro Catholic. Definitely. Trigg County had some decent athleticism, but I don't think their playmakers were quite as skilled as these guys. And, Hedges, he's put the ball in the air a lot tonight, and he's thrown the ball very, very well.
Yes.
He's put the ball on the money. And if you get a playmaker like Baylor, like Saunders, if you get the ball in their vicinity, they're going to make something happen.
Yes, of course.
And they have multiple times tonight just continually burning us. But it'd be nice to see something positive here. 11:44 to play. You never know. This game is crazy, and we definitely need some momentum going forward as Peyton Caraway takes a snap out of the shotgun.
Ooh, takes a hit.
Takes a big hit, and he was going deep trying to hook up with Jaden Nelson, but the ball is picked off at the 45-yard line. And that's Bailey on the defensive side doing it just like he has been on the offensive side all night long. He picks Caraway's pass off at the 45 and drags Jaden Nelson down to the 40. So another turnover.
That isn't all Caraway's or Jaden's fault, because Caraway was rushed and even got hit as he was letting the ball go. That could have made him throw it short, but, it's just hard for us to outmatch their athleticism at this point.
Yes, I agree. And they're going to put the ball in there again. Hedges, short left to Metten, and he sheds a tackler.
Oh, wow.
Gets across the first down marker out to about the 27-yard line. And that was a nice catch and run by Metten. He shedded Brady Dame there and kept on trucking. And the big fullback doing it out in the flats. I think he's heard the other two's names called a little bit more, and he wants to get his name in the books as well.
I was telling Brody earlier, it's hard for us to cover the deep ball, cover the short passes, Metten running the ball, and the quarterback rush all at once.
Yeah. A lot left to be desired here tonight on the defensive side of the ball, that's for sure. As Hedges throwing right. He hooks up with number 9, Yates, who's also the kicker. And a host of Cougars brings him down after a short gain on the play.
I think that's the first time we've seen him targeted by the quarterback.
maybe once so far. He hasn't gotten into the mix a whole lot. He's shown a pretty good leg, though. Not so much from the place kicking, but he's booted some balls on kickoffs so far.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the reason why we've been in such difficult situations trying to throw deep passes like that last one as Bailey gets the ball running left, trying to get to the outside and does not. Nice play right there by Peyton Caraway. Or no, I'm sorry, Andrew Munster and Peyton Caraway. And those two there in the middle in the linebacker positions, they are very dynamic players, very good linebackers, and they work well together. But, that hasn't been our problem tonight. Getting pressure on the quarterback and really staying disciplined in the secondary has been where we've struggled. As Metten running up the middle, still going, gets the first down, and more, he's still on his feet, and it takes several Cougars to finally bring him down inside the 5-yard line. And Metten is a load now that we have those tired legs because, we didn't get on here for much of a pregame, but one of the big things about this team is our lack of depth. Last year, we were a very deep team. Our defensive and O-line players, they basically just played one way. A lot of guys played basically one way. Andrew Munster played mostly defense with some spurts on offense. And this season, we're asking a lot of guys to stay on the field for long periods of time, and we've already had several guys cramping up, Munster and Caraway in particular. So that's something that could plague us all year unless some of these young guys really step up and develop quickly.
Yeah, and I think that'll come with time, especially towards the end of the season. I feel like the younger guys will get more accommodated to high school football, and they'll kind of show out more.
Yes.
But as of right now, that's something that we're definitely going to struggle with.
Yes. Definitely.
Touchdown for your
And Eminence scores a touchdown again. There was no indication on the play initially. Sorry for the blurriness. Camera technician Corbin Case is on it, and he gets us back focused fairly quickly. But another Eminence touchdown there here with 9:41 to play in the fourth quarter. And it looks like they're going to go for 2. Some pressure on the quarterback. He slips away from a couple. He's going to get to the outside, and he is going in for the 2-point conversion.
Yes, he got it.
So that brings the score to 45-14. Eminence in complete control of this game here with 9:41 to play.
Yeah, and I think a lot of it has to do with ball control. Eminence has had the ball the majority of the time. And, whenever we do get the ball and we do start getting a little bit of momentum, we just seem to, make one small mistake and we pay for it.
Yeah, it's a balance. You look at any game, high school, college, pro, ball control is key, time of possession. Because a big thing about that is keeping your defense as fresh as possible. And we've seen early on in the game we had a little more success than here of late when we're on the defensive side of the ball, and that's because right now our guys are gassed. Our offense has not been on the field very much. A lot of turnovers, a lot of short possessions, and that is just killer on a defense.
Yes, especially when a lot of guys are playing two ways.
Yeah, exactly. So let's see here, number 9, Yates. About to kick this one off. We'll see if the Cougars show a little fight here. Just inside 10 minutes to go left in the game. So we are now under the lights. Not Friday night lights, though. Saturday night lights. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's why we're off. We're used to playing on Fridays, not Saturdays.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be perfect next Friday.
Yeah.
Landon Caps kind of fumbles that one.
And it'll be a touchback. So our best field position, starting field position, possession in a position in our last several.
Touchback on the field.
Here comes Munster and Caraway running back on. You can just tell we look to be a little gassed and have lost our legs a bit so far.
Yes, for sure.
Javen J-Bob Wedding.
And I mean, it's been a long game.
It has. It has been a long game. And it looks like Caraway was about to go under center.
I just seen a flag thrown. Something on the Cougars.
And, yep, we're going to back up. 5 yards, it looks like. False start looks to be the case. And here we go, 1st and 15 from our own 15-yard line.
Loose
And
ball.
The ball is bobbled, squirts out.
Well, I think Eminence got on top of that one.
Fumble on the play.
Trying to see who jumped on that. We do believe the Warriors have it.
Ball recovered by your Eminence Warriors.
Yes, Eminence does recover the football, and they're going to take over at their 10-yard line. And it just keeps getting worse.
It really does.
It's kind of a nightmare scenario here in the second half. 18-8 at halftime. Showed some promise on our opening drive coming out of halftime. Had a pick that ended up turning Eminence into Warrior points, and it's been all Eminence since then.
And I mean, there have definitely been spurts of light, I guess, from the Cougars, but it's just small, tiny mistakes that kind of break us.
Yeah, I agree. Just being undisciplined, being youthful and inexperienced as Eminence goes into the end zone again. That brings the score to 51-14 here with 9:26 to play. And after this this 2-point conversion attempt, just thrown out right, and it will not be good. But we will be in a running clock situation from this point forward. But we definitely have some things to figure out, Trey, going into next week. Caraway at quarterback, we saw just how good he could be as a wingback last year and even a little bit of fullback. I could see some kind of scenario where he goes back to that full-time going into Ohio County game. The problem with that is our backup quarterback, Matthew Miller, is out with an MCL injury right now and isn't expected back until the end of September. So,
And that's just another depth problem we have.
Yep. I mean, it could be a situation this week where Connor Baldwin, he's been under center a little bit tonight, get some more reps in practice, or they could really rush Tyson Howard to get back and get ready. The freshman had a lot of success at the middle school level. Haven't seen him tonight, but it could be a scenario where those two young men really get into the mix at practice this year as another boot by Yates.
Connor Baldwin's got that one.
Baldwin
shooting up the middle.
has it. He's going up the middle. Has one man. And he gets tackled from behind. And he is into Eminence territory. Nice return by Connor Baldwin. Gets to the 45-yard line of the Warriors. And that's a nice little jolt there for the Baldwin brother. One of the 4 Baldwins.
Yeah, he kind of picked up speed there.
He did. Last year, towards the end of the season, Connor busted out, had a great return. I believe it was against Ballard in the playoff game, if I'm not mistaken. Had a great return, came up just a few yards short. But what I loved about it was his older brother Noah Baldwin, who was an outstanding player. And we definitely miss him this season after him graduating last year. Noah was sprinting as hard as he possibly could to get downfield and block for his little brother, which was pretty cool. But here we go, 7:24 to play.
It's like a blitz coming.
Caraway hands it to Zach Clayton, and Clayton falls across the line of scrimmage. Maybe a pickup of 1 there on the play.
And Eminence, they've blitzed a lot today, a lot more than I've seen in a while.
Yeah, they've gotten into the backfield a lot, particularly on run plays. Kind of disrupted our motion, and that's a big thing. Deception and misdirection on the offensive side of the ball. The thing about it is you have to have time for those plays to develop.
Yes.
And we haven't had a whole lot of time. There's consistently been somebody in the backfield. Most of the time it was just direct runs, power and ISO with Andrew Munster. Probably had the most success of the night, inside the tackles. Here's Clayton lined up behind Caraway. They're bringing some guys right there. Several guys jumping off sides. Looked to be 3 Eminence Warriors jumped into the neutral zone, and that's going to be a 5-yard penalty. One thing I've noticed, and Trey, I didn't get to catch a whole lot of the third quarter. I was down, and we had one good drive where we sustained some nice plays. Who were the big key players during that drive in the third quarter?
Again, Munster, just handoffs, little sweeps to the outside. Caraway, and then I think the play that ended it was Caraway throwing it up to Allgood, and I think Allgood had his hands on it, but Eminence players actually just took it straight from him.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, there's a nice run, another nice run by Zach Clayton. Had to hurdle a guy there. So that's promising as the year goes on. Zach, a sophomore, I believe.
Yes, he is a sophomore.
And this is his first real heavy dose of varsity football. And he's shown to be a quality running back. One thing that's really perturbed me a little bit so far in this game is the kind of disappearance of Landon Capps.
Yes.
Landon Capps is definitely, and there goes Zach Clayton again running left. And another good pickup for the sophomore. But Landon Capps kind of disappeared from this game. Tried to feed him the ball early on, some trick plays, and he did throw that pass for our first touchdown. He did throw that touchdown pass to Jaden Nelson. But really, he hasn't been very instrumental in this game tonight, outside of really the first quarter. And you can't win without him touching the ball a lot more than this.
Yes, and I mean, in my opinion, I think he's the big playmaker. And if we don't have a big playmaker, it's hard to respect everything else.
Yes, you have to have somebody that's going to keep the defense on their heels a little bit and sitting back. And Zach Clayton right there, he got bent back, and he is on the ground, and he's hurting. He is hurting bad. I believe Zach had an injury, maybe a serious injury, when he was in middle school, I believe. And that was a very awkward tackle. Looked like he got bent back and could have caught a leg or something like that. So we hope for the best here for Zach, as he showed a lot of promise so far tonight. It's been a lot of fun to watch. So with that, we're going to take a short break. The clock has stopped, as it does with injuries. 4:15 to play here in the fourth quarter at Eminence. Your Cougars trail 14-51 to the Eminence Warriors. We are the McLean County Sports Network, and we are brought to you by Muster's Funeral Home, located in Calhoun and Livermore, Kentucky. We are also sponsored by Pleasant Hope Church, located in Calhoun, Kentucky. We'll be right back. All right, folks, and we are back here as the clock resumes, counting down at 4:10 right now. Lucas Mazzi in the game, in the fullback position. Peyton Caraway under center. And trying to draw Eminence offsides, but we end up jumping. I believe that was Morgan Allgood there at tight end. And Cougars are going to back up 5 yards here. That'll put us at about the 20-yard line. Line of gain is the 4-yard line. 3:40 to play in this one. Game's in really fast once you get running clock.
Yes, they do.
Peyton goes under center. And the give is to Mozzie.
Oh,
And
wow.
he finds a lane, bursts through that lane, and he is in the end zone for a touchdown.
That was his second varsity play, I'm pretty sure.
Second varsity, was that the second
No,
varsity
that was actually
run?
his first.
First varsity run is a 21-yard touchdown. Lucas Mozzie, the freshman, and he's a good-sized freshman. I'll say that. I have him in class. He's a big boy, and he showed a nice burst there.
He really did.
So that's really promising as well because we need depth. And if we can have some of these young guys, hopefully Zach Clayton's all right because he's shown to be a quality asset to this team. And Mozzie right there with the touchdown. So finding some of these young guys that can operate in these positions and be effective for us could be huge. So Caraway goes under center trying to convert the two-point conversion here. Little movement, nothing happening. Mozzie cuts it back left, and he goes in untouched.
Wow.
And I tell you what, that's welcome to varsity football, young man. 2 nice runs by Lucas Mozzie.
And, it's nice to see the ball get out of Munster's and Caraway's hands because, eventually they're just going to get overworked and they're going to get hurt.
Yeah.
So, it's nice just seeing the ball getting spread around because that was what was nice about last year.
Definitely.
It's that no matter what, we always had somebody new to give the ball to.
Yeah, last year, you look at our offensive attack, we really had 4 guys that got the ball consistently. And if you look at it a little bit more, we really had 5. And that's crucial. Throw in A.J. Klein, who's always on the field at quarterback, 6. So you had a lot of offensive weapons, and you could keep shuffling guys in so those weapons are constantly fresh.
Yes.
And, this is a rough start to the season, 51-22 now. This game is pretty much in the books. But, we've seen some promising things out of these youngsters, particularly Mozzie right there, because he showed a pretty solid burst. He's about 5'10", probably 190 pounds. He's a really well-built freshman.
Pretty stocky.
So, show some promise moving forward here. So we're down to a minute 15 right now. As the clock ticks and ticks away. But that depth is crucial. And there seems to be confusion with one of our players who's trying to line up for this kickoff. Already inside of a minute. Wasted about 25 seconds right there just getting set up.
Somebody else who also disappeared is Brady Dame. I haven't seen him since the first half, and they only targeted him once.
Yeah.
And that's pretty surprising to me because, he's obviously the biggest receiver we have, and I think that if you just throw it up, he'll go get it.
Yeah, I
he's
agree.
Very athletic.
Very athletic receiver. And like you said, he was one of the first people targeted in the game. And try for an onside kick there. It looks like we did get it. But somebody's getting up slow, and this game will probably end before we'll actually take possession of the ball.
Yeah, I would say so.
But going into next week, Cougars have a lot to work on as they go over to Ohio County. And last year we beat the Eagles 44-14, I believe. Really handed it to Ohio. And I'm sure they're going to be wanting a little bit of redemption. But also they're retooled. They have obviously Kadarius McHenry, new player, really good player. And they've grown a lot. They're a lot bigger on the defensive and offensive lines. So we have a lot to work on this week in practice before we go over and face off with the Eagles.
Yes, most definitely.
Some bright spots. Well, Jaden Nelson catching his first career touchdown pass, and Landon Capps throwing his first career touchdown pass. So that was nice to see. Zach Clayton getting a touchdown, although he did go down with an injury there late. And Lucas Mozzie, maybe one of the brightest bright spots we had tonight as well. I think our players that are returning, our playmakers returning, we're going to have to get them more involved. I
Yeah.
think that's going to be crucial.
Yeah, and that's what the first week's about, is just trying to figure out everything.
Yeah, and tonight, Peyton Caraway in that quarterback position. I love Peyton, but it seems to me that him going back to a wing or even a fullback role, might be the combination that we need moving forward. Landon Capps, our home run hitter, kind of non-existent in the second half, especially.
Yeah, he definitely needs to be. He needs to have more plays called for him.
Yes, and Andrew Munster there. Andrew, Peyton, of course, Zach there at the end. They were hurting all night, so hopefully rest up. It's kind of a short week now. That's the unfortunate thing about playing on a Saturday. You don't get that full weekend of rest following a game. So these guys are going to be sore tomorrow and have to get back after it Monday because they have a tall order coming on Friday when they go over to Hartford. But, Trey, I guess that's it for us. We're going to clean up here and hit the road and try to get home before midnight. But we'd like to thank everybody for tuning in this evening. We are the McLean County Sports Network. We're sponsored. Hold on. We're sponsored by Pleasant Hope Church, located just outside of Calhoun, Kentucky, and Muster Funeral Home, located in Calhoun and Livermore, Kentucky. On behalf of myself, Trey, Brody, Nate, and Corbin, we thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.